There is a moment we all dread. Not the doctor's visit, not the stack of bills, but the instant when the room tilts. That split second of panic when you realize the floor is rushing up to meet you. For those of us navigating life after 60, the greatest threat to our dignity and independence isn't a disease. It's a fall. A single fall can change everything. It can mean the difference between making your own breakfast tomorrow and relying on someone else for months. We often think falls happen because of a misplaced rug or poor eyesight. And while those things matter, they are rarely the main culprit. More often, the real danger is sitting right on your bedside table. It's inside your little pill organizer. The pills we take to protect our hearts, calm our nerves, or help us sleep are sometimes secretly working against our balance and our ability to stand steady. Today we are talking about health protection and the critical knowledge you need. Before you stand up, we are focusing on 3 specific types of medication, 3 pill labels that are notorious for causing dizziness, lightheadedness, and dangerous falls. Knowing these 3 culprits can literally save your independence. This isn't about stopping your medication. Never stop anything without talking to your doctor. This is about knowledge. This is about making an informed decision with your physician and demanding safety. This is about self-respect and making sure you are the master of your own body. Let's start with the first culprit. Pill label culprit number 1, the blood pressure drop. If you are over 60, chances are you are taking something to manage your blood pressure. These medications are vital. They protect your heart and kidneys, but they also come with a powerful side effect called postural hypotension, or in simple terms, the sudden drop. This is the dizziness that happens the instant you move from lying down in bed to sitting up, or when you spring too quickly from your favorite armchair. When you're lying down, gravity is helping your heart pump blood to your brain. When you stand up quickly, the blood rushes to your feet, and it takes a moment for your heart to catch up. Your blood pressure medication has done its job well. It's reduced your pressure, but it leaves you with no reserve. The drop is instant. The symptom written on the label might be simple. May cause lightheadedness or dizziness. You see this and dismiss it, thinking it means a little wooziness? No. It means a direct, immediate threat to your balance when transitioning positions. If you are on blood pressure medication, your new morning routine must include a 5-count pause. When the alarm goes off, sit up slowly. Swing your feet over the side of the bed. Plant them firmly on the floor. Now count 5 Mississippi seconds before you try to stand. Feel the difference. Wait until that lightheaded feeling vanishes completely. Do this before rising from any chair, especially if you have been sitting through a long TV show, a church service, or a long car ride. This simple habit turns a catastrophic risk into a small, manageable delay. It costs nothing, but protects everything. Ask your doctor, is this specific pressure medication known for causing rapid drops when I stand? If the answer is yes, you may need a dosage adjustment or simply a stricter rising ritual. Now let's move to the second and perhaps more frightening culprit, because it attacks your mind, not just your circulation. Pill label culprit number 2, the hangover effect. This category includes medications designed to help you relax, relieve muscle tension, or ensure a good night's sleep. We are talking about anxiety medications, some muscle relaxers, and, critically, many popular sleeping aids. These pills are designed to slow down your brain activity. That is how they help you rest. But in older bodies, the medicine stays active much longer than it did when we were younger. It doesn't clear out of your system quickly. This creates the hangover effect. You might take a sleeping pill at 10 p.m. You wake up feeling fine at 6 a.m., but the residue of that medication is still in your bloodstream, dulling your reaction time, blurring your vision, and making you unsteady on your feet. This hangover effect is the leading cause of nighttime falls and early morning confusion, especially those dangerous trips to the bathroom in the dark. Think about what happens when you get up at 2 a.m. You are already disoriented from sleep. You are moving in the dark. If you add even a tiny degree of residual sedation from last night's pill, your ability to catch yourself is gone. You confuse the door frame with the toilet. You miss the first step of the stairs. Check the labels on any pill you take for sleep or anxiety. Look specifically for warnings about drowsiness that persists the next day. Sometimes, switching to a shorter-acting version of the same medication can make all the difference, preserving your peace of mind and your safety after the sun rises. Your dignity demands a peaceful night, but your independence demands a stable morning. Protecting your independence means understanding the secret war your medications are fighting. We've covered the pills that affect your circulation, culprit number 1, and the pills that cloud your mind, culprit number 2. But the third dangerous pill label is the one that most people, and even some doctors, overlook entirely. It involves the mixing of extremely common, over-the-counter products with your prescription drugs, creating a cocktail that throws your entire system into confusion. That crucial third label and the simple home changes that can dramatically reduce your fall risk will be our focus next. We must also talk about protecting our homes and our savings from clutter, confusion, and fear, all of which erode our dignity as quickly as a fall does. Stick with me, because the most vital piece of wisdom for preserving your freedom is still to come. We talked about the silent threat that medication poses to our balance and independence. Remember, we are not looking to quit necessary drugs. We are looking to manage them wisely. We are claiming back our peace and security, one step at a time, protecting our ability to stay safe and secure in our own homes. Let's look closely at the first label, the first secret saboteur, hiding in our medicine cabinet. Beetroot. Pill label. Warning. Number 1. The pressure reducers. These are often the pills we take religiously for our heart health, the ones prescribed to manage high blood pressure. Maybe you call them your water pill or your beta blocker. They are essential for protecting your arteries and preventing a stroke or heart attack. They are lifesavers, but sometimes they do their job a little too well, especially when your body moves suddenly. Think about the plumbing in your house. When the pressure is too high, things burst. When the pressure is too low, the water barely drips out, and sometimes the system stalls. Your blood pressure medicine is designed to keep the pressure steady and gentle. But as we age, our internal plumbing system, the reflexes that quickly adjust blood flow to the brain, slows down and becomes less responsive. When you are sitting or lying down comfortably, the medicine has normalized your pressure. Then you decide to stand up quickly, maybe to grab the phone or answer a knock at the door. For that split second, the medicine prevents the blood pressure from rising fast enough, and your brain gets starved of oxygen. That is the dizzy spell. That sudden, temporary drop in pressure is called orthostatic hypotension, and that dizzy feeling is not a minor inconvenience. It is the moment a fall begins. It is the moment you reach out for something and miss, or your knees buckle beneath you. This dangerous drop happens most often in two high-risk moments: in the morning, right after you wake up, and in the middle of the night when you get up for the bathroom. It's dark, you're sleepy, and the pressure pill has done its steady work overnight. Here is the crucial wisdom that protects your knees, your hips, and your independence. You must adjust your habits to match the pill, and you must communicate clearly with your doctor to adjust the pill to match your body. First, the simple habit shift. This is the core of the before you stand up rule. Before you put your feet on the floor, count to 10. Don't rush the transition. Do some gentle ankle pumps. Flex your feet up and down, pointing your toes toward the ceiling and then away. This simple action helps get the circulation moving upward. When you sit up in bed, pause again. Let your body adjust to the new upright angle. Swing your legs over the side of the bed. Plant your feet firmly on the floor. Now count 10 more slow breaths. Use this time to think clearly. Where exactly am I going? Is the path clear? Are the throw rugs out of the way? Only then. Push up slowly, using your arms for support. This seems tedious, dear friend, but a few seconds of careful slowness is the price of years of independence. A fall is far, far more tedious and painful. Second, the wisdom of communication. If you feel dizzy consistently, do not panic, and absolutely do not reduce the dosage or stop taking the medicine on your own. That is exchanging one major risk, falls, for another catastrophic risk, stroke or heart failure. Instead, you need data. Write down exactly when the dizziness occurs. Is it always 30 minutes after your morning dose? Is it only after a heavy meal? Is it only when you move from sitting on the couch to standing? Take that list to your prescribing doctor. Be the CEO of your own body. Ask them, could we try dividing the dose? Could we adjust the timing? Sometimes taking the pill at night instead of the morning minimizes the risk during the high-activity daylight hours. Sometimes a simple adjustment in water consumption or even modest salt intake, if your doctor approves, is all that is needed. The key is partnership. You observe the symptoms and the doctor adjusts the treatment plan. Never ignore the signs your own body gives you simply because you are afraid to bother the doctor. We have handled the heavy hitters, the pressure reducers, but there are other pills in your cabinet that affect your brain chemistry, the subtle ones that can trip you up in broad daylight without warning, simply by making you drowsy or confusing your coordination. We need to address pill label, warning number 2, the sleep and anxiety aids. These pills often provide much-needed mental peace, but they carry a severe warning that we must understand perfectly to protect our physical independence. We will delve into these powerful central nervous system depressants next. We've talked about the blood pressure pills and the heavy sedatives. Now, we must turn to the third label that demands your attention before you ever try to stand up. This category is often the most confusing because the drugs are designed to help your brain or nerves, but they can slow down your body's operating system so much that balance becomes impossible. I am talking about certain medications prescribed for pain, depression, nerve problems, or even severe allergies. Think of it this way. When you stand up quickly, your brain sends a rapid signal to your blood vessels to tighten up so blood doesn't pool in your feet. If you're taking certain kinds of nerve or mood medication, they can interfere with this signal. They dampen the response. Your vessels stay relaxed, the blood rushes down, and suddenly your brain is starved for oxygen for just a few critical seconds. That is the lightheaded feeling that turns into a fall. Watch out for older antidepressants, sometimes called TCAs, and many muscle relaxers. If you are taking something to quiet nerve pain or spasms, please ask your pharmacist, does this medicine have a high anticholinergic effect? Anticholinergic is a big word, but it just means the drug blocks signals that keep things running smoothly, including your focus, your memory, and your speed of reaction. Even if you've taken the pill for years and think you're used to it, its cumulative effect increases over time. The same pill that was manageable at 60 can become dangerous at 75. We aren't trying to throw away necessary medicine. We are trying to understand the price of protection. We are trying to get wise to the side effects so we can outsmart them. This wisdom is the key to staying vertical and staying in your own home. Now that we have checked the labels and identified the 3 major groups, the blood pressure reducers, the deep sleep aids, and the nerve signal dampeners, we need to talk about the physical safety protocol. This is the promise of the video title, the habit you must adopt. Before you stand up. The fall doesn't usually happen when you're standing still. It happens during the transition, from sitting to standing, from lying down to sitting up. The transition from a full horizontal rest to vertical standing is the moment of maximum risk. The worst time of day for this dangerous lightheadedness, known as orthostatic hypotension, is often in the morning or during the deep dark hours of the night when you need to use the bathroom. You have been lying flat for hours. Your blood pressure has been regulated at a relaxed sleeping level. A sudden movement is a shock to the system. Here is the 3-step ritual that will protect your dignity and keep you off the floor. Do this every time you get out of bed. Guaranteed. Step 1. The roll and pause. Do not sit up using your core muscles and thrusting your body straight up. Instead, roll onto your side, just like turning over to read. Use your arms to gently push yourself up sideways until you are sitting on the edge of the bed. Do this slowly. Slow is the language of safety. Step 2. The 30-second ankle pump. This is the most critical step. Once you are sitting on the edge of the bed, dangle your feet. Do not move. Set a silent clock in your head and count slowly to 30. While you're counting, pump your ankles up and down and point and flex your toes. This gentle movement tells your body, wake up, start pushing blood upward. This 30-second wait allows your circulatory system the time it needs to adjust to gravity, especially if you have medications designed to keep your blood vessels relaxed. Step 3. The head and heel check. Before you put your weight on your feet, look around the floor. Is the rug bunched? Is the path clear? Are the slippers where they should be? Then, put both hands down on a stable surface, the edge of the bed, a nightstand, or a steady grab bar. Only then, push yourself up, leading with your hips, not your head. Wait 3 seconds once you're standing before you. Take your first step. Check. Is the room stable? Is your head clear? This simple ritual might seem overly cautious, but remember, this small wisdom is the difference between a minor delay and a life-changing injury. It is about respecting your changing body and respecting the power of the pills we rely on. It's about being proactive, not reactive. It's about the peace of mind that comes from knowing you are taking charge of your own independence. The fear of falling can be crippling, keeping us from enjoying life and socializing. But wisdom replaces fear. Practice this ritual for 3 weeks, and it will become a natural, unconscious shield against injury. We have covered 3 labels that threaten your balance. But there is one final, often invisible threat hiding in plain sight. It's the combination of the pills we've discussed with the common items you pick up at the drugstore, without a prescription. These seemingly harmless pairings can create a powerful, silent dizziness that is responsible for countless unnecessary falls. In the final part of our conversation, we will expose the over-the-counter dangers that interact lethally with your daily prescriptions and discuss the simplest financial habit that saves you stress and protects your medicine supply. Stay with me. Now we reach the third hidden category, the one that often strikes in the quiet hours of the night, or the vulnerable moments right after waking up. We have talked about blood pressure pills and the common anti-anxiety and pain relievers. The third label you must look at, the one that might still be active when you try to stand up, belongs to sleep aids and sedatives. These are the pills meant to calm the central nervous system. They are designed to slow down your brain, which is wonderful for achieving rest. But this slowing effect does not disappear the moment your alarm clock rings. Sometimes, especially in older adults, these medicines linger. Doctors call this the half-life of the drug. If the drug is still slowing your system down, you are walking around with a neurological hangover. You might feel mostly awake, but your reaction time is delayed. Your sense of space is slightly warped. Your brain is not sending crisp, clear signals to your legs and feet. This is why so many falls happen between 3 a.m. and 7 a.m. You wake up needing to use the bathroom. You move quickly because you are sleepy and distracted. You stand up too fast. And if you're taking a prescription sleep aid, or even certain over-the-counter nighttime cold medicines, you are stepping out of bed onto shaky ground. This combination, a sleepy brain, a sudden rush to stand, and lingering medication, is the perfect recipe for losing your balance. You might think, I only took half a pill, or I took it 8 hours ago. But if you feel sluggish, groggy, or just a little off in the morning, that medication is still your companion, and it is silently stealing your stability. Protecting your independence means understanding the silent dangers that happen when you are asleep. So let's turn the knowledge of these 3 pill categories into a simple, life-saving routine. This is the routine that keeps you on your feet and keeps the power in your hands. This is the exact sequence you must follow. Before your foot touches the floor. Every time. Morning, nap, or 3 a.m. bathroom break. Step 1. The 10-second pause. Do not launch yourself out of bed, even if the urgency is high. First, roll onto your side and use your elbows to push yourself up into a seated position. This is the critical moment. Sit on the edge of the bed with your feet hanging down. Count slowly to 10. What are you doing during this pause? You are allowing gravity to work. You are giving your blood pressure time to adjust from horizontal, lying, to vertical, sitting. If you're going to feel dizzy, you want to feel it while you are seated safely on the mattress, not when you are walking across the room. If you feel faint, lie back down immediately and try again in 2 minutes. The 10-second pause is the insurance policy for your balance. Step 2. The ankle pump. While you're sitting there counting to 10, start actively moving your feet. Flex your ankles up toward your shins, then push your toes down toward the floor, up and down. Do this 10 times slowly. This simple movement is powerful. It engages the muscles in your lower legs and helps push the blood back up toward your heart and brain. It's a gentle, built-in pump that helps stabilize that crucial blood pressure we talked about earlier. Never allow your feet to be still during the 10-second pause. Pump them. Get them ready for action. Step 3. Check your surroundings and your feet. Before you stand, you must confirm 2 things. First, are your feet firmly placed on the floor? Are they stable? Are they slipping on the rug or catching on a bunched up blanket? Never stand up until you know exactly where your feet are planted. Second, check your destination. Make sure the path is clear. Are there pets, slippers, or loose charging cords between the bed and the bathroom? In the dark, you are relying entirely on muscle memory and touch. Know the path. If you cannot see, use the nightlight or the light on your bedside table. Never assume the path is clear. These 3 steps, the 10-second pause, the ankle pump, and the environment check, are your daily ritual of independence. They are your shield against the hidden effects of those 3 types of pills we discussed today. This proactive wisdom is how we age with dignity. We don't wait for the fall. We plan for the stand. If you only implement one piece of advice from this entire discussion, let it be the 10-second pause and the ankle pump. It is the cheapest, most effective fall prevention tool there is. We have spent significant time focusing on protecting your physical health and your independence in your home. We have looked closely at the pharmacy and the bedroom, but there is another great threat to our peace and security as we age, one that doesn't cause dizziness, but causes worry and sleepless nights just the same. In the next part, we need to turn our focus to protecting our financial independence. We must talk about the 5 biggest money mistakes people over 60 make, mistakes that secretly drain your savings and threaten your retirement peace. The wisdom required to handle your health must now be applied to your wallet.